Okay, so basically we discussed that, you know, a music video would be best for us because we thought it would be easier, but also we could test our limits. And so, whilst for me personally, so like the genre that we're picking is soft rock, and I don't listen to a lot of soft rock in comparison to Helena. So for her, she can, you know, like test herself, like making a music video for a genre that she's really interested in. Whereas with me working alongside, it's almost a challenge for me. So it's kind of a varied idea between us, so we can work better together. Instead of, so we have to, you know, teamwork is like the big option. Instead of having to do our own thing, we'll have to work together as well as being individuals.
So the song we decided to do is called Don't Kick My Heart Around, and it's by my uncle's band called Steve O's Band. I thought that was quite a, they are a soft rock band. They do a lot of that kind of music, and it would fit well with our narrative, which we're thinking that it's going to be based around kind of a cliche love story, and in the it all mixed with the lyrics about how this girl won't call her boyfriend back, and he wants to win her back and get her home. And it'll be, the whole music video is kind of going to have a 60s and 70s vibe, and it all kind of fits with the genre and the lyrics.
And it will consist of a narrative genre, but it'll be mainly performative. So there'll be aspects of the band lip syncing and using instruments and things like that, but there'll also be aspects of a narrative genre as well. So you've got a mixture of both, but it's more leaning towards a narrative genre instead of a performative. Yeah. We kind of combined the initial ideas thing as well, but the codes and conventions within these genres fit the genre that we picked as well. So within rock, there's a lot of electric guitars and there's use of drums, but there's some high energy in it. So I guess that kind of contradicts that. And then obviously with soft rock, it's quite laid back and it's acoustic, but it still has use of guitars. And then with country, there's also use of guitars. And then with folk, there's soft vocals, so that kind of fits in with soft rock as well. And then we looked at indie and metal, but there isn't really a lot to it. It's just, you know, they follow similar codes and conventions, such as they use guitars, and there's, for metal, it's the instrumental side of it, the more what instruments they use, but not so much the genre. Whereas indie, it follows more of a narrative kind of genre instead, and is a lot softer, like soft rock. So it's got there's kind of a mixture of those in there as well, but they're very brief and they're very broad.
Our primary audience stereotypically would be more towards a male audience. It doesn't really seem to appeal to the other side, but so it'll be mainly between the 20s and 60s, which is a really big gap, but it can appeal to both. So it doesn't really appeal to a younger age group, it kind of more appeals to an older age group, even though we're going to incorporate kind of more teen people as well as the band, which is my uncle's band, so they're more middle-aged, but we're going to incorporate teens in it as well.
These are basically some music videos that always one there. But basically these are some of the songs and music videos that we've looked at that have inspired us. The last one is 2012, not 2014, but we will change that. But we've basically done a timeline of how it's evolved over time, because usually the music videos are around the late 90s, possibly earlier 90s. And then you can see there are also examples of things that have been made quite recently, which you don't see as often anymore, considering soft rock is quite an old genre in comparison to other ones like indie or kind of late rock, I guess.
So for the music video, we thought of cinematography, have close-ups of the instruments, wide shot of band members so you can get the whole band, tracking shot, maybe having the band walking, and just mix between the performative and the narrative. We're going to have kind of a studio setting, maybe basement, pub, just to make it more kind of relaxed for the performative side. And possibly some like faded camcorder footage, which like put a filter on top of the clip, you know, fade and jump cuts and